Hey, what's up guys? This is Nick from Team WonderBunnies. I'm going to do a deck profile on Macro Rabbit. It's one of the top decks right now. Right up there with windups and mermaids, I would say. Only because it means a card that usually you'd be siding Macro. And that really messes up a lot of decks. Messes up mermaids, messes up windups to a certain extent, and messes up agents and other graveyard reliant decks. So yeah, here it goes. You've got the two rescue rabbits, pretty much the heart of the deck. Can get you an instant Logia and Doka, assuming that it doesn't get Veilered. Then you've got your three Cavazuls, 1700 attack, and Sabersaurus is 1900 attack. Usually when you use Rescue Rabbit, you want to get the Cavazuls out of the deck early, because that way you're more likely to draw into a Sabersaurus rather than a Cavazuls if you're going to draw one of your normals. And you'd rather draw the Sabersaurus because it can crash with Thunder King. Then you've got your three Jiraquibas. They're a pretty hot card right now. They can run over pretty much everything in Mermaids except Megalo unless you lance it. And yeah, it can run over things like Earth, Shine Ball, stuff like that. So that's what makes it a good card. It can be an instant Logia, Doka, in addition to your Rescue Rabbits. So that's pretty good about it. That's it for the Dino part. Then we got your tour guides and your two targets, Night Assailant and Sangan. You need the third target because I don't know. It's just you need the Leviers and you need your Zen mains. So you can't really rely on just going into one rank 3 the whole game. You need to go for those both. And then you have your two Spear Reapers. Used pretty much for stalling whenever you have bad hands. And it's not like stalling is a bad thing in this deck because you run so many back rows that it makes up for it. Then you run your Dark Hole, your Heavy, Monster Reborn, and Book of Moon. Book of Moon is a pretty great card in this deck. It can stop your opponent from XYZing, it can stop your opponent from synchroing, it can help you get your attack for Guaiba through cleanly. So yeah, that's it for those. Then you've got your three Mystical Space Typhoons, and you've got your three Forbidden Lances. Forbidden Lance is a pretty crucial part of the deck because it can get your Guaiba placed through, it can protect your Logia so it can save a negation, it can protect your Doka in case you make Doka and you fear like a Dark Hole but you want to keep the Doka on the field. That's it for the spells. Then for the traps, you run one Solemn Judgment and two Solemn Warning, pretty much the Solemn Brigade. It's pretty much needed in this deck. And then you want the one Starlight Road for whenever you don't draw the Judgment, or you don't want to use the Judgment, you'd rather use a Starlight Road on the Dark Hole or Heavy. Then you run two Deep Prisons. I wouldn't mind running a third here, but sometimes Deep Prisons are too slow when stopping monsters' effects, it can only stop attacks. Two Bottomless. It's a pretty good card. I have two Safe Zones. These are supposed to be Finishes, so yeah, these are Finishes. Don't run Safe Zone. Safe Zone's alright, but it'll make your Logia that much weaker because they can just MST it. So yeah, these are supposed to be Finishes. I don't have Finishes. They're coming in mail right now, but whatever. Two Compulsories. These are for getting rid of problem monsters, getting rid of Zen mains, Maestro, stuff like that. And then you got two Torrentials, two Macro. Macro, one of the most important parts of the deck. Pretty much why the deck's doing so good. I remember at the beginning of the format, nobody was playing Down Rabbit. Everybody thought it was dead. So yeah, there's that. For the extra deck, you've got Zen mains, Tempo, Levier, Leviathan, Acid Golem. You usually don't want to go into Acid Golem unless you have to get over something like Hyperion, High Priestess of Prophecy, Abyss Megalo, stuff like that. But yep, that's that. Then you have your rank 4s, Cowboy, Maestro, Black Ship of Corn, Photon, Pepelopter. I think I said it right. And then you've got your Logias, your Dokas and your Logias. Pretty much the boss monsters of the deck. Walking Solemn Judgment, Herald of the Orange Light without the fairy, and can be used twice, especially in the chain. And you got your one Stardust for Starlight Road. That's it for the deck, guys. Let me know what you think. I don't have a side deck because I just made this deck today and I'm still working out ideas for a side deck, but yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks, guys.